What is up, guys? And delayed on my video today. I was supposed to do it yesterday. It was crazy yesterday. If you're new to my channel, what I'm going to talk about today is what they don't tell you about Amazon FBA, the number one thing that you have to learn that you may not want to learn. I don't want to learn it, but it's interesting. So just some updates. I didn't make the video yesterday. I apologize. I got slammed. I committed myself to making a presentation for like a weight loss challenge thing. So I had 130 something photos. I had to snip it because the photos they uploaded had like bars on them. So I had to go through, snip 130 something photos, put them in order. It was hectic. There was like 6 categories. It took me like 7 hours. It was crazy. So I was up till 3 a.m. last night. I've got a cup of coffee going on right here. What I've got in the background, as you kind of see, I don't know if I'm pointing the right way. I'm starting to build a computer off of stuff I bought online used. So I got this case, brand new, the Fantex. I forget what it is, but it's an $80 case. Even right now, it's an $80 case that I'm getting for $40. I paid cash. I'm probably going to take the power supply from one of my mining rigs and put that with it, because right now mining's kind of died. So they're cheaper. The graphics cards are still ridiculously priced. So I've got an older one, an R9 270X. It's a 2 gig. It'll play games, so it'll play medium settings for people. So it's going to be kind of a mid-tier gaming computer for somebody. I'm going to have to try to find keyboard and mouse, which I'll probably find on Craigslist. Motherboard, processor, operating system, all the 9 yards. Unless I can find just a person with a cruddy case, then I can take it out and put it in that one. Because it's all about looks. I mean, the stats are one thing, but looks is a huge thing. Get some neon lights in there, and that. And then I might look into kind of a side thing to do on the side of the side. Is I might look into doing like Newegg or something where I can get cheaper computer parts, where I might be able to just buy something, make a quick $100, and put one together. So if I do find one, I'll let you guys know of that, and maybe if you guys know computer stuff, you can run with it too in your local area. Other than that, the number one thing I want to talk about is when you're doing Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, the one thing that you have to learn, it's a skill that you can learn, is marketing. And it sounds stupid, but everything you do is revolved on either sales or marketing. Okay, you can have the best product in the world, but if nobody sees it, no one's going to buy it, right? You could have the one that cures cancer, but it's in the corner collecting dust, and you just can't get the word out because you don't know how. That's the same thing with Amazon. So let me give you a better example. Let me kind of minimize some of my stuff here. I'm just going to bring up Microsoft Word and show you just, this is not scripted, so bear with me. This is all just by me. You know, this is what I want to talk about today. Let's show my screen here. So when you have a product with Amazon, we'll just say FBA, filled by Amazon, and you're going to make this major thing. So what you're looking at, if you are new to this channel, you're looking at all these videos where people are making $250,000 a year profit, right? They're driving Ferraris, they're driving Lamborghinis, they're buying houses and renting them out and all that stuff on top of it. That's not likely. It's very uncommon. So don't fall into that trap. I mean, follow the people if you want to get their advice, but don't fall in the trap that you're likely going to become that person. You could. You very much could. You could take the product in the exact same steps that everybody does, and that product that you pick could explode. And that literally is what's happening. Is you're finding a great product, great niche, you're building kind of a brand around it, then you put it in, you market it, you do it, and it's easy, it's simple. And if you're the one that hit it really well and advertised it really well and picked the right niche, that's where people are getting stuck, is they want to find that $250,000 a year product. Me, I'm not that way. I want to find 5 products that sell at least $2,000 profit per month. So I want to have at least $100,000 at the end of the day that I can take home, pay my taxes on, do the whole 9 yards, and then the rest of it I want to just completely, right now I'm doing this, but I want to completely put the rest into my business and just live off the 100. As it grows, maybe if it doubles, then I want to maybe take out another 20,000 or 30,000, so then I can kind of just change my lifestyle based on that. But that's my plan, is I want to have 5 to 10 products that are doing really well. That way, same thing with work. Like I work in insurance. So when we sell a $10,000 a year policy where someone needs to insure their $1 million house and their cars and all that stuff, and it's 10 grand a year, that's great. I mean, it's a huge policy. But if they leave you, they take that $10,000 policy away as well. That's the kind of the downfall. That's why I like to have, the average customer in my state, in Michigan, is about $3,000 policy, which is pretty high in insurance nowadays. But that's pretty normal. I'd rather have 3, 4 of those, and then when one leaves, if one leaves, because they just shop, it happens, you never know. There's advertisers out there everywhere trying to get them in. I don't want to lose the full package, the $10,000 at once. And vice versa. So then you've got more of it spread across. You're going wider or deep, however you want to say it, wider or deeper. And then instead of one product, you lose it. Someone comes in, knocks you out, or locks you out. They can hijack your listing and just completely ruin you. In that one product, you go from, I quit my job, I'm making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year. That one product gets hijacked, and now I'm not making anything. That could literally shut you down. And you might get it back, but it might take you years or years. It might take you 3 months. Go without income for 3 months and tell me how you feel. I don't care who you are, even if you're making $1 million. Go without your income for 3 months and see what happens. All right. Anyways, so what I'm saying is you have to have people watching you. You have to. Not watching you, but you have to get your product out there. So the ways that people are talking about is I'm going to erase this stuff here. What you're going to do is, we'll say marketing. That is probably the number one thing besides picking your product. Marketing is pay-per-click. That's huge. That's really working for me. Pricing, it doesn't sound like marketing, but it is. It's part of your marketing research. I started my product off at $30 some odd, bumped it down to $24 for a sale, and then now I'm actually have it for $25, but it's on sale. It's going to be on sale for a long time for $19.99, and that's because it's kind of promoting people to buy it more quickly because you never know when the sale's going to end. So right now my product's $19.99. It cost me $9 to get it. I'm probably paying $2 to $3 at least in pay-per-click over here, the Amazon pay-per-click. And so I'm really not making a huge profit, but at the end of the day, I'm still making money, right? Because it's $20 item. We're $9 into it. Let's just say I'm paying $2 in fees or in marketing, and Amazon's taking their cut. They're taking a good $7, maybe even $8 out of it. So there's not a whole lot of profit, but that's kind of like ramping up a product. So that's kind of the things you got to think of is when you're advertising, you got to factor that into your cost is how much is it going to get me to this spot? And then how do I stay at that spot? Because you can do these $400 programs where Viral Launch will launch your product, put you in the first page, you get tons of sales, but then 3 weeks later, you're at the second page, and then a week later you're at your third page and fourth page because everybody else is launching behind you and they're trying to get into that niche and trying to take those organic sales away from you. And if you're not on page 1 for long tail keywords and short tail keywords, you're not going to make it very long unless you continuously advertise to keep you up there. So huge announcement. I am back into my Amazon account. Another video about that. I'm good to go. Everything is up and running. Some guy just randomly had me reset my password for the 5th time and it worked. So yeah, I'm in it. I've been making about a sale a day, which is awesome because I did not expect that. I turned my marketing back on, so I'm pretty excited there. I'm starting to dig in further. Yeah, so it's keeping me, I think I'm on page 7 for the main keyword, which is very difficult to get up in. I think within a week or two, I'll probably be on page 6 and 5, but I'm not pushing it as heavy as you would normally expect. What we're looking at, just to go back, I'm kind of getting off track, but pricing is that you're talking about Facebook marketing. That's going to be a huge thing you're going to learn. You're going to learn about influencer marketing. Okay, this is the biggest things you're going to look into. So you're going to have pay-per-click. Make sure your pricing is marketed correctly, because that's going to determine whether you succeed or fail. Facebook marketing and influencer marketing. These are 3 things that you need to kind of get ready when you're launching your products. And then you need to continuously have a plan to use it in the future to keep you in that high spot. Now, you may ramp it down, because as you get into page 2 and page 1, you're going to start organically getting sales, because that's where people's eyes are. The whole point is to find out where their eyes are at and get there. So pay-per-click, what should you do? You're going to spend at least, I would say, $5 a day. That's pretty normal. I have mine set for $50 a day, but it usually doesn't take that. I can't put a 0 in there, otherwise it's going to knock me off the whatever. You usually can't, it doesn't use it. I've got it set for 50, but as many people as searching the term I'm in, even though it's a huge search term, it's just not getting as many clicks because there's other people competing with me. Pricing, that's easy. You got to figure it out. Test it. Start high, go low, see what other people are doing. As long as your product is different enough from others where it's going to make them want to buy yours over theirs, and we can put it in front of them, then they're going to get it. They're going to figure it out, click on it, buy it, even if it is a higher figure. So don't be afraid to go higher, because if you've added that value, then that's a big thing. Facebook marketing, I stopped doing that because it was getting expensive. I did it for a week just to test it. And you'll get as many clicks as you want. You tell them what you want, and then you tell them what you want to pay, and they make it work. They literally just started. I've gotten sales from it, but at the end of the day, the pay-per-click made me way more money than the Facebook marketing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do Facebook marketing. Definitely do it in the launch, but then kind of tailor it and figure that out long term. That's where it gets more confusing, is because Facebook marketing, if you know what you're doing, it's awesome. It's incredible. It's kind of not mind-numbing, because you basically advertise. You pick your market. I want this person in this category that's part of this page that likes these items, that is this. So that's going to sell my shoes to the person that wants those blue shoes that I made, right? They love shoe pages, and they love Nike, and they love Adidas, and they love basketball shoes, and these are my blue basketball shoes, right? So you're going to be able to choose that, but then on top of it, once you've ran that ad for a certain time, you're going to lose money there, but at the end of it, you can go in and say, okay, what was working? You can actually look at it and then change your advertising to only go to the part that was working. So it'll tell you this term here worked well here. This ad worked well here. And then you're going to have to play with like the pictures and all that stuff. Influencer marketing, it's more time consuming. I haven't tried because I don't trust there's platforms and there's apps that you can connect with influencer marketing. But I don't necessarily trust those, because usually they're taking a cut. I would rather go direct to the person. So if you're selling those basketball shoes, you're going to have to make an Instagram page if that's where you're going to market it, which is usually where you do it. If you're doing that, then you're going to have to make a page for it just to make it legitimate. Make a few photos, put it in there so people can like the page and kind of see this is a real product in a company. But you're going to go out and contact people that have 100,000, 300,000, a million viewers, and either get them to do a giveaway. You'll give them 3 products, 1 for them, 2 for their giveaway, or you'll have them pay them. So you're going to pay them for like a 250,000 followers. You're going to pay them like anywhere from $30 to $50 to put it on their page, their Instagram, and in their story, because stories are more powerful. You'd be surprised how the research I've read, they're more powerful. That's it. It was a little bit entailed there. I'm not going to go too much further than that, but I wanted to let you guys know Once you've chosen a product, and that's the hurdle most people stop at, they get stuck because they can't find that product. There's tools for that to help you find them, and that's how I found mine, was using the tools. Then the next part is to get it going, order the product, launch it, all that stuff. But the biggest thing long term that you're going to have to learn is marketing, unless you hire somebody to do that for you, which in that case, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Anyways, if you got some value out of this, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.